goddamn get it on, will ya? Woo. When the blow up now, everybody's so unusual with it. Shit. But said times in his rhymes, cause his memories. We running through New York City.
Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be going over the BMW E60 hidden features and functions that a lot of you guys ain't even aware. We're going to be using my BMW E60 M5, but most of these features do apply to all BMW E60s because this is what I'm making it about, and every 60 will have these features. So let's get onto it, and I'm going to show you the features that are coded in and what you can code in, and all the other hidden features that a lot of you ain't even aware is on your BMW E60. Okay guys, so here we are in the E60 M5. Now, many of you guys are going to say, well, this ain't going to apply for my car if it's on an E60 M5. I'm going to go over all the bits that apply just to a normal E60. Bearing in mind, guys, this is not the only car I have. I have a normal E60 as well as an M5. So I'm going to go over the basic principles of what's the hidden features on the BMW E60, something that applies to all your cars, and I'm not just going to make it specific for the M5. So the first one we're going to go over, which I coded in on this car, which a lot of you will be able to see right now, is if we go through on the BC button, which is right here on the stalk, as many of you guys know, and then we look on the Speedo itself and we click through the settings, you'll see here we've now got V equals 0 miles per hour. Now that is the digital Speedo. Now some cars might already have that fitted. This didn't have it fitted. I coded it in. Now a lot of you are going to say to me, why have I got that on an M5? Who knows? But when you've got the heads up display which shows you the digital speed anyway. This is a feature that you can code in on all BMW 60s, not just for the M5. This is just one of the features that you can code in on the BC function itself. So that's one of the functions you can code in on your BMW for the Speedo to have that setting as well, which is the digital Speedo setting. Now guys, the next hidden features on these are all going to be in the iDrive settings. Now there's a lot of settings in the iDrive settings that a lot of people ain't aware. So what we're going to do is go down to vehicle and tires, and as you'll see here, we've got all our light functions, which we've got the triple turn signal activation, which is basically when you just click this indicator stalk down like that, you'll see it goes on and turns off. So it will just give triple turn. So we'll do it like that, and as you see there, it only turns up, but if we press it fully down, it will stay on completely. Now a lot of people always get confused how to turn them off. You just push it up and it stops it immediately. We've also got the daytime running lights, which is another feature on here which a lot of people find annoying and end up turning off. I get a lot of people messaging me saying, why is their light staying on 24/7? The daytime running lights will be your issue because a lot of, from default, they're set to be on all the time on the daytime running light settings. So you'll see that. And the daytime running light settings will keep your lights on permanently, never off. You've also got the home lights, which is where you can set them to have the lights stay on when you get out of the car. Say, for instance, if you park in a dark place, so you can light the pathway for you to see where you're going. If we move over to door locks and press the scroll wheel in, you'll see here we've got the lock button, which is all doors. You'll also see the last seat position, which is automatic, and I've got it off, but we can change that to after unlocking. People turn it off, but I just put it on after unlocking. We've also got relock if no door opened, which is off, lock after moving off, which I've turned off, which is the automatic door locks, which a lot of you guys know. You can code in if you haven't got that on. That's where the doors will lock automatically. It's anti-hijacking mode, if you don't know what it's called. If we go back up and we go over to confirmation, you'll see here we've got visual signal for locking, visual signal for unlocking. Now, they will be standard in your iDrive settings for confirmation. But if you see down here as well, we've also got acoustic signal for locking, acoustic signal for unlocking. Now I coded them features in. You guys can code them features as well if you want them coded. I've got them turned off, so now I don't have to code them. I could just turn them on and off from the iDrive display without the need of having to code them in and out, in and out, in and out. They're on all the time now, and you guys can actually do the same. You may also find them already in your iDrive settings from the previous owner if they've had them coded in as well. So guys, now we're back on the iDrive screen here. If we go into tone, now many of you guys would have watched my video and realized this. We'll go onto tone, and as you'll see there, we've also got the treble, bass, balance fader, which a lot of you guys probably already knows there. Now, a good thing to know is when you buy an E60 is you don't know if it comes with an amp. So the best way to check if you've actually got an amp system on your car is to move all the way over, and as you'll see there, equalizer and surround settings. You've got all of them right there. So if we go onto equalizer, you'll see there's all your settings there to change for the volume, and obviously being this is an M5, it comes with the Logic 7 amp, so you can customize all the sound quality from all the speakers and the subs under the seats. Now, if you've got a fully loaded, probably 535i or XI, you will have this in your car. We get them over here with the 535 diesel. A lot of them come with the Logic 7. A lot of you guys message me with your 528i's. If it comes with it, I wouldn't know. This is the only way you guys will be able to tell us via here. It's a lot easier than having a look in your boot to find the module. If we go over to here, you'll see surround settings and it will say Logic 7, and you could change it to concert hall, theatre or off, and off will just bring the settings back to the normal standard default speaker settings. That's how you'll know if you've got it fitted, because it will come up Logic 7. Best way and easiest way to check is to go into the iDrive settings there. Another hidden feature on the BMW E60, which a lot of people still don't know and still are not aware today, is you can control your climate control settings right here when you move over. Now, what a lot of people do and they don't realise is they buy these cars and think that the wheels down here are there to control your aircon and adjust everything. That's not the case. If the previous owner had it before you and always used the iDrive to adjust, it means they'll have all the settings adjusted in here. So in that case, you have to go to air distribution. And as you can see here, you control the air mixture by the flaps to each person in the seat. For instance, a driver, passenger, as you see there, you can completely control it. Now, this setting is on normal, which means I can then fully adjust it from the wheels here. But if you've got it on hot, which a lot of people do, which put it on hot, and as you see, it will come on. I'm just going to turn it off. You will not get no cold air. You will then need to move this back down here to the cold setting, which is right there. As you see, it comes on again. And this is what I mean by it can be controlled via the iDrive itself. So we're now going to put it back to normal, which that's normal, so that means it will give us normal, warmish, coldest air. And if we adjust that, it will go down to cold. But if it's on one of the hot settings, you will not get cold air, or you will not get hot air, vice versa, depending on what setting it's on. Therefore, make sure you do adjust that when you get it. It's another hidden feature that a lot of people ain't even aware. They think that don't even work. It does work. It controls this whole climate control panel, and it will make you have no AC or no hot air. And it also won't adjust the flat mixture if someone's got it set up here the way they want it set. Another hidden feature on this car, which I'm going to show you, which a lot of people don't ever speak about on these, is the windows. Now, if you've got a window, which is right here, and it comes down, as you see, and then when you go to put it back up, it'll roll back up, but it will just slop back down. It will come halfway back down. The way you would reset these windows on this car with the anti-trap feature, as BMW pull it in, which is very good, is to stop your fingers getting caught or any kids' fingers getting caught. So what you would do to reset the anti-trap feature on a BMW, and this relates for all BMWs, you want to push the windows down and hold the button down like that. You just want to hold the two of them down for 5 seconds. Then what you want to do is you want to re-pull them back up, and you want to hold them. So as you see, the windows are going up there and the other side as well, and you hold them up like that for another 5 seconds. That will reset the anti-trap feature. Now, if we press down, it's fully working because mine's already working. But that is how you would reset it without a scanner or a computer to plug up to your car. And this works for the rear windows and the top 2 windows as well. It works for all of them. You'd have to do them all. But that's how you do it. You want to hold them down as they're going down. Hold the buttons down for 5 seconds and hold them up for 5 seconds as well, and that will reset your anti-trap. Now, another hidden feature that comes on the BMW E60s, which a lot of people ain't aware either, which relates for a lot of cars, is this button right here. Now, a lot of people have that button. Most 5.5 diesels have it. You don't have to have an M5 to have this. A lot of E90s come with it as well. If you press that button right here, you'll see your mirrors will go up, both mirrors, and that one there. Now, if you press the button back down, it will also unfold your mirrors. Now, the next one on these, which can be coded to any car, I might add, is when we lock the car, as you're going to see here, the mirrors do nothing. Now, I've coded in another feature on this car, which I'm about to show you. So if we just press and hold the lock button, you'll see the mirrors now going up, which you'll see right there. The mirrors are now gone up. Now, this applies for any car, and now you can code this in. If yours don't have it coded in, you can code it in. This wasn't coded on my M5. I coded this in, but if you have power fold mirrors, the person may have already coded it in. So do try that. Just hold the lock button. It will do up the power fold mirrors as well. So guys, now we come over to the glove box. Now, a lot of people are not aware, in this glove box, you've got quite a few things that a lot of people ain't aware. You've also got your BMW torch. You've got your CD changer, which is right above there. But you've also got this special key, which this special key is known as the valet key. Now, Don't be fooled that I leave this inside my car. I do not leave this inside my car all the time. This comes in, this is not usually in here, and because I have no reason to leave it, because I don't let no one have the car that needs to wash it or needs to move it. I take the key with me even when they're washing the car. So this key is the valet key. You will find this located in most BMs, a lot of them, either here in the UK and over there in the US. This valet key is to let the person be able to move your car. They can't change any settings on the iDrive, it's just to move it in the event for the car wash. Now this key is always located up here, but my best belief is to make sure you remove this out of the car, you get out and don't leave it in there. Keep it inside because you do not need to keep this valet key in there. This was for the posh people who used to own these cars, who would leave their car like for a whole day while they go to work, and they would be able to move the car but they won't be able to lock it. Do not do that. Take it out. It is found located in here. It's another hidden feature, but people ain't aware and don't know that this key actually even exists in the glove box, and it slots right in there. You've also got the CD changer, which a lot of people ain't aware is even there. They don't know the CD changer's there. They see CD on their thing and they think it's disc right here for the disc, which is true. You can use that for the one disc, but you've also got a CD changer located right here, and that's another hidden feature there, because it's so in the back here and so deep in the back, a lot of people never even actually see in the glove box here. So the next hidden feature a lot of people ain't aware is the first aid kit that sits in the boot right here. And if you undo the screw from the top of the boot, you'll have located in here all your necessary fuses, first aid kit, warning triangle, tow hook, screwdriver, and also all your spanners in case you need to remove it. Now, majority of cars, these always come empty. Well, not so much here in the UK, but I know in the USA they're always empty because people believe to use this 24/7. This is not meant to be used, and that's why they wasn't supplied in the E46 and E39 era over in the US. They never got the first aid kit, but we did. You'll also find the fuse box diagrams here for the rear, which a lot of people don't know is even here, and you can unstick. This is held on by Velcro in case you need to take it with you and find out what fuse goes where. The diagram is all here showing you where every fuse is located, which is hidden behind this panel. But as you see, the first aid kit's never been used and everything's all perfectly there. You sometimes find your locking wheel nut located here as well, and extra fuses if you need to change over. Now the next hidden feature we're going to speak about is this right here. Now as you see here, a lot of people still ain't aware of this, is this auto lights. Now as you can see, it's in, and I've just pulled it back out right there. Now as you can see, it was in, and you can turn your lights on and off, and obviously they're on auto. Now this can easily be pressed in to get out your way. So as you see here, we just press it in and it goes in. Now the reason BMW designed it like that was purely because if you was in a crash, your knee hits it, it will go in so it won't hurt your knee. That's another hidden feature, but I think it's pretty cool to keep the lights in like that out of the way, because if they're in auto, you don't need to do anything, touch them, move them around. So therefore, it's in. It all works on all E60s, so you'll be able to press that in and leave your lights like that. The next one I want to speak to you about is this button right here. Now a lot of people ain't aware what this button is. You can see by the symbol what it means. It's got lines and it's got an eye. It's fitted to most cars these days now, so it's quite simple. You've also got other lane assist ones if you've got the E60 with the lane departure warning and everything else, where the steering wheel will vibrate. This is for the heads up display. If you press that button, obviously you'll get the heads up display come on your screen like this. As you'll see there, we've now got the heads up display on. Now if we toggle that button on and off, you'll see right there it goes on and off. Now if we press the iDrive button, you'll see it changes the whole heads up display. Now this rev counter, again, if you have heads up display fitted to your E60, you can close this rev counter in, but obviously it's not going to be as accurate because it doesn't rev as high as the M5 will. But you can code this in, and you would have seen in my previous video, I had that. So as you can see there, it's got the rev meter. I've also got on heads up display, if you can see there, the indicators inside them as well, which is right there. You can see the indicators on them. And also, if you put your maps on the navigation on this car, you'll also be able to see where you're going on the heads-up display via the navigation as well. So there you have it, guys. I've just shown you now a lot of the BMW E60 hidden features on your BMW E60, which a lot of people have never actually gone over with you guys. Now, I know there's a lot more out there, like for instance on the OBD function on the combi and things like that, but I don't see how that's relevant for resetting your cluster and testing your cluster and doing the needle sweep. It's not really relevant to be able to do that on your combi. You can do all that via ISTA on the program using it on the BMW E60, so therefore it's not really classed as a hidden feature, because it's only there if you for quick testing and mostly for engineering. When the engineers wanted to test a combi or their combi needs testing on a platform, as what I do, that's when you'd use that. But you have no need to use that on the car itself. It's not going to do anything for you, and it's not going to read out most of your error codes. Your error codes can be read these days from a scanner, so why is anyone going to sit there and read it via the combi? So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. This is BMW Dr. Dean here. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.